Motivation is a spark. Bright, intense, temporary. It arrives without warning and disappears just as quickly. When it's present, movement feels effortless. Decisions feel easy. Progress feels natural. But sparks were never meant to last. And the moment motivation fades, most people stop. Not because they lost their goal, not because they changed direction, because the force that made action feel easy is gone, and effort suddenly feels heavy. This is where the real path begins. Consistency is not built during high energy. It is built the moment energy disappears, and action continues anyway. Motivation is emotional movement. Discipline is structural movement. Emotion rises and falls. Structure remains. If your progress depends on how you feel, progress will always be unstable. If your progress depends on what you do repeatedly, progress becomes inevitable. The shift is simple, but difficult to accept. You stop asking whether you feel like acting, and start acting because that is what you do. The decision is removed. The negotiation ends. The behavior becomes standard. This is how identity forms. A person who occasionally acts with intensity hopes for results. A person who acts consistently becomes results. Most people misunderstand consistency. They think it requires constant energy, constant focus, constant drive. It does not. It requires something quieter and far more powerful, non-negotiation. When the time comes, you act. When the task appears, you complete it. When resistance rises, you continue moving. No internal debate, no emotional vote, no reconsideration. Action becomes automatic through repetition. At first, this feels mechanical, almost cold, almost rigid. But something begins to change. The mind stops resisting what is predictable. The body stops fighting what is routine. Energy stabilizes because decision-making decreases, and slowly, what once required force begins requiring less effort. Consistency reshapes the internal environment. You no longer rely on motivation to begin. Beginning becomes normal. You no longer search for energy to continue. Continuation becomes expected. This is the moment discipline replaces emotion as the driving force of progress. From the outside, nothing dramatic happens. No surge of inspiration, no breakthrough feeling, no sudden transformation. But internally, everything stabilizes. Movement becomes steady. Focus becomes repeatable. Effort becomes sustainable. And this creates something motivation never could. Reliability, a reliable mind, a reliable pattern of action, a reliable forward trajectory. When motivation disappears again, and it will, nothing collapses. Because nothing depended on it in the first place. This is the difference between those who start strong and those who finish unstoppable. One depends on emotional fuel, the other built an engine. If motivation is gone, that is not a problem. It is proof you have reached the stage where structure must take over. Stand up. Do the work scheduled for today. Complete it fully. Repeat tomorrow. Let repetition remove resistance. Let structure carry effort. Let discipline replace emotion. Over time, something becomes clear. You are still moving, even without the spark. And when movement continues without motivation, consistency is no longer something you try to maintain. It becomes who you are. That is the moment progress stops being fragile. That is the moment discipline becomes permanent. That is the moment motivation becomes unnecessary. And when motivation returns, as it sometimes will, it no longer controls your pace. It only adds intensity to something that was already moving. That is real consistency. Movement that never depended on feeling alive, because it was built to continue no matter what. Keep moving, even in silence, even in heaviness, even when nothing inside you wants to begin. Especially then, because that is where discipline is forged, and where unstoppable people are built.